So finally, I'm gonna share with you guys lab results. Does 5w-30 protects 5.7 Toyota engine better than 0w-20? Well, I'm gonna share results with you, and there is no data. There is no data that supports the idea that 5w-30 protects better than 0w-20 Toyota 5.7 engine. Tundra, Sequoia, Lexus, all the vehicles that have 5.7. So let's look at them. I'm going to share the lab results in this video, the actual lab results. I'm going to summarize everything. So here is the summary, and of course you'll see the actual lab results. Like I said, here is the miles: 0w-20 versus 5w-20 versus 0w-20. See, 4,500, 4478, almost 45, and 10,000 miles on 0w-20. Keep in mind, this is 12 months running, no adding oil. Yes, look at the iron. So for 10,000 miles, iron is at 5. So 5 and below, if you call this ISO certified lab, they'll tell you it's 0 wear. Am I worrying about between 4 and 5? No, I am satisfied. If I have 5 or below 4, never seen 3, not sure if it's possible, they can test at 3, I have zero concerns. Absolutely zero concern. That means oil is doing this job. So as you can see, 0w versus 5w-30, about 4,500 miles, 12 months of use. Same thing with 10,000 miles, 12 months of use. Nickel, look at the nickel. So we got 2 parts per million nickel with 0w-20 versus 5w-30 0. However, is that a concern? Absolutely not. Look at the aluminum. We got 2 nickel with 0w-20, but then we got aluminum with 5w-30, which is with 0w only 1. You see? So aluminum, there is a higher number, but is that a concerning number? Is that something that should be worrying? Absolutely not. 2, 1, that's 0 practically. There is nothing. Copper, 1, 1, and fuel dilution. Fuel dilution is, don't know why. Why fuel dilution with 5w-30 2%? Maybe because engine had to work harder to overcome the viscous of the oil and dumping more oil, just as an assumption. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then if you look at them 10,000 miles, the numbers, look at the nickel, went to 0, just like 5w-30. How do you explain that? I'm not sure. Aluminum, look at aluminum, less with 0w-20 than 5w-30. Copper went up 1 parts per million. Is that a concern? Absolutely not. Should I be complaining, worrying? No. And fuel dilution, 0. So the question remains unanswered, or answered in this video. Does 5w-20 protects better than 0w-20? Well, based on the results, no, it does not protect. Does it provide less protection than 0w-20? No, it does not protect any better or less. I would say same. One thing to keep in mind, what I noticed, fuel economy significantly has been impacted with 5w-30. But that's the only thing. Wear is the same, 12 months, 4,500 miles on both oils, no concern. And here is the actual lab results that you guys all been waiting. 0w-20, I'm not gonna read, you can read on your own. Plus I already gave you guys the summary. Here is 5w-30 lab results. The oil could have been pushed further. It says the oil was suitable for continued use. So yeah, 12 months. I probably could have got out of it 15 months, or not 15, year and a half. But I am limited to the oil filter. Oil filter needs to be changed 12 months. So if I'm changing the filter, I'm gonna change the oil too, because I'm not crawling under the vehicle 2 times. And again, 0w-20, here's the lab results. And as you can see, the mileage, everything. So engine is healthy, no concerns. 5w-30 does not protect any better or less. So if you're using Amsoil, you know, you can use 5w-30 if you want in this 5.7, or you can use 0w-20. It's your choice. Does Toyota recommends 5w-30? No, it doesn't. It recommends 0w-20, or if it's not available, you can use 5w-20. And I will do a video comparing all three test results. It will be coming up sometimes, maybe in the next month or two, and you guys will be able to compare the lab results for all 3 oils. However, I've already done a video where I compare 0w-20 to 5w-20. It's on my channel. Take a look if you want it. But this is it, you know what I mean? No concern, no complaints. Protects better than 0w-20? No. Protects less? No. Same protection. Why? Because both oils are formulated to provide best possible protection against wear. Is there a place for 5w-30? Yes. I have a vehicle that I've run 12 months 5w-30, and I have 0 wear. Just like I got 0 wear with 0w-20 at 45, 0 wear with 10,000 miles, and yes, there is a place for 5w-30. Would I suggest using 5w-30 in 5.7? No. I would not suggest. There is an exception. If you live in a hot climate, you know, where temperature daily 100 degrees, you know, 90 and above, and you pretty much year round or 6 months, yeah, why not? You know, it doesn't hurt. It's not gonna hurt running 5w-30. But running it year round, especially in the cold temperatures, I don't suggest. I don't recommend, you know. But let's say someone lives in a hot climate where 90, 100, you know, 110 degrees, and they want to run 0w-20. Is there going to be concern? Absolutely not. Remember, oil flows through the oil cooler, so it's not going to deviate in temperature much, regardless what's the temperature outside, because it's being cooled off by the coolant. That's why, you know what I mean, modern vehicles have coolers where they keep the oil or transmission fluid within the same range of coolant. Yes, within the same range of the coolant, because there is coolers, oil coolers and transmission coolers. They're cooled by the coolant, by the antifreeze, to keep the temperature of the coolant within the same range. However, there could be, you know, cases where it might spike up slightly, then goes down, you know, because you have a thermostat for the coolant that controls it, you know, goes up and down. So that's pretty much the story, you know, and results. And you seen the video where I, you know, people say there was not fair comparison when I compared Signature Series to Mobil, their top tier oil. Well, now we have apple to apple, same brand, just different viscosity. And if you want to use 5w to a different brand, you're going to get same results than 0w-20? No, you're not going to get. You're going to get different results. You're going to get, you know, different brand will give you less protection than 0w-20. 5w-30 with different brand will give you less protection against wear than 0w-20 with them. So I've already done an oil analysis on my channel. If you want the link, ask me, I'll post it. And so enjoy. Have questions, drop in the comment sections. If I did not address something, there you go. So